Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are well. Um, as you can see from the title of this video, I will be doing my review, a sort of like a get ready with me using the Fenty Beauty makeup products. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, I'm sure you've heard that Rihanna came out with her own sort of makeup line. And if you're anything like me, you've probably watched 1,000,001 videos because I know I have. So let's just make this the 1,000,002 video you're gonna watch on the Fenty Beauty makeup line. So yeah, I just felt I should sort of give my own take on what I feel, my own sort of review on the makeup line, on the makeup products that Rihanna came out with. I am a huge fan of Rihanna. I do love her music. So I just thought, yeah, I want to support my girl, show her some love. So I'm not going to bore you with, obviously, I'm sure by now you all know what products she came out with. I'm just going to get to the point because, I'm sure you've watched, like I said, 1,000,001 videos on this. So we'll just get straight to the point. So face is bare. I've done my brows, obviously to save on time. And yeah, we're just gonna get straight to it. As we all know, she came out with 40 shades, which is great. That's kudos to her, for basically being inclusive and going all the way to like the darkest of dark shades for the really deep melanin infused, extra melanin infused ladies. So that is really great. It was a struggle for me to find my shade. I live in the UK, and as far as I know, it's just Harvey Nichols that stocks the Fenty Beauty line, and the Harvey Nichols that is in London is miles away from where I live. So I did not want to make that journey just to get it. So the only option I had was to basically get it online. So it was a struggle to sort of know what my shade was. I watched a ton of videos, ladies who were similar in shade to me, but there was always that issue where people said that it dries, the color sort of dries down and then it looks completely different from what you started with, which is something that I will get to later in this video. So yeah, anyway, I did manage to get a shade that I think it's my shade, which is the 420. So this is called the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and the color that I got in this one was the 420. So this is the color that I settled on. This is the color that I think would be my shade. This is not a first impression video. I have actually worn this foundation 3 days in a row now because I wanted to come on here and be able to give you an informed review, having tested the foundation out for hours in the day and consecutively. I've used it 3 days consecutively now, so I feel like I can give you an informed review on this foundation. And I also picked up the primer because I wanted to see how the primer would work with the foundation. The name of the primer is the Soft Matte Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. I would normally do my eyes first, do like eyeshadow look first, but for the sake of this video, I will start with the foundation because like I said, I did notice that when you first put the foundation on, for me anyway, the color appears lighter when I first put it on. So I was actually thinking, was that my shade when I first got it? But as it dried down, I noticed that the color changed and it sort of got a bit darker. I guess they're saying you shouldn't call it oxidized, but I don't know what the right word is. But I did notice that it did dry down and got gradually darker than when I first applied it, if that makes sense. So let's just get into it. So this will be more like a get ready with me style video, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm gonna pump the primer. I do like the packaging. It's very cute, sort of like a soft pink color. I actually feel like it smells like custard. I don't know where I got that from, but I can smell like custard. Excuse my visitors right there. So for people who are always saying that I have perfect skin, no, I don't. As you can see, I do suffer from breakouts now and then, and as you can see, I have triplets right there who came to visit this month. So excuse them. They weren't invited to the party, but they get crashed. So off the back, when you apply the primer, it feels like a moisturizer. However, it does dry matte, and then yeah, it does dry matte. So that's what I noticed about the primer. So let's go on to the foundation. I also picked up the what do you call it? The blender thing. What's it called? The precision matte sponge. I do like it. I have tried it. I used it with the foundation on the 3 days when I used it. Very soft. It's actually a very good, very close to the original Beauty Blender, I must say. I actually feel that it might actually be softer than the Beauty Blender, I dare say. But I liked it. I liked it. So I'm putting about, I'll say 4 pumps. But I'm going to work in sections because this foundation does dry very fast. So I'm going to go in sections. I'm not going to put everything on my face like I normally do. So like I said, when I first apply it, it would look like it's not my shade. It does look way lighter than me. But I decided to apply the foundation first, so you can see as time goes during the course of this video that the color would start to change. I would say it's a medium coverage foundation. I wouldn't say that it's full. I'm not quite sure you want to build this up, but I guess you can. But I like this coverage. It's not bad. So I'm going to go on to the other side. I think I did about 4 pumps. I would say, was it 4 or 5? I like the fact that the sponge is flat. I feel like it's easier to manipulate and move around compared to the Beauty Blender. However, for under my eyes, which I will get to in a bit, I prefer the Beauty Blender for some reason. So that's what it's looking like. Although it looks like it matches, because bearing in mind that my neck has always been slightly darker than my chest and my face, because I just have a bit of hyperpigmentation on my neck. So bear that in mind. So this is how the foundation is looking on first application. Come a bit closer so you can see. I did get the Match Stix Trio in the deep 400 shade. To be honest, I was not sure about getting this product, but I wanted to try out the cream concealer. Cream concealers are not what I tend to use. I tend to go for more the liquid sort of concealers, but I just thought, let me try the cream and see how that works for me. And the shade of this one is the Suede, so I'm going to put that right under my eyes. Just the normal areas that I do tend to put my liquid concealers. However, having used this product for 3 days, what I would say is that the coverage is not, for what I tend to like in terms of highlighting under my eyes, is not sufficient for me. So I will be going over that with my tart shape tape, just to give that extra highlight. And I'm gonna go in this time around with my beauty blender. I don't like the way this blends out my concealer. I like it for foundation, but I don't like it for under the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender for under the eyes. I'm gonna set that with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. However, I mix my deep, the medium deep one and the translucent one together to get my perfect shade. Sometimes I do feel like the traditional one, the translucent one, can be, you know, be a bit too white. So I mix it with my dark. So for contour, I'm going to use the espresso that comes as part of the trio. That looks like that. I don't normally do my forehead, to be honest. I'm going to do under my chin. Then I'm going to use the MAC 164 just to blend that out. I like the consistency of the contour shade. It's not too dry and not too creamy, and it's not difficult to blend. I'm not gonna set that all in place with my Makeup Forever Dual Matte Powder. I'm just treating this foundation like I would any other foundation that I wear. And I have combination skin, which means my T-zones, I do get oily, so I heard some people, if you've got dry skin or if you have normal skin, you might not need to set this foundation, but I do, so I'm gonna do what I normally do with my foundations. And for this, I'm using what brush am I gonna use? I'm gonna use the e.l.f. powder blurring brush. So that's what I'm gonna use the brush that I normally use, the e.l.f. powder brush, the black flat one, but I just washed that one yesterday, so this would have to do. I'm gonna set the contour area with my bronzer, which is the CoverGirl Queen bronzer in Ebony Bronze. That's that done. So Rihanna doesn't have any eyeshadow palettes in her collection. However, I wanted to try my hands at using the highlighter as an eyeshadow. The one that I picked up is the Ginger Binge and the Moscow Mule. It's like that's how it looks like. It's a rose gold, beautiful highlighter. I really gravitated towards this one because I don't have any color like this in my collection, so it was one that I was very intrigued with. I loved it when I saw it online and when I saw videos of people using it. So I was like, yes, got my hands on that one. I'll tell you towards the end why I wasn't crazy about the trophy wife one. This is the one that I was much more excited about picking up. So I'm going to use this as a eyeshadow. However, I need to put, because obviously this is shimmer, I need to put my transition color down first. So I'm just going to use just the orange eyeshadow first. Any orange will do, to be honest, guys. The orange that I'm using is one from the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is that one right there. Oops, it's not in focus. I'm using that one first in my transition color, for my transition color. You realize that moment when you think you're recording, but you're not. You didn't press record, so that's what just happened. I'm really sorry, guys. But basically what I did is, you saw when I applied my transition color, and I just used the shimmery bit, the Moscow Mule side of the palette, part of the highlighter. I put that all over my lid. So basically that's what I did. So I'm just gonna go back in and blend the transition in, color it. I'm just gonna apply my eyelashes and then I'll be right back. The last item in the trio of the match Stix was it's like a shimmery highlight, which is not something that I would normally use, to be honest, but there's always a first time for everything. I don't think I've ever used the cream highlighter before, so I'm just gonna put that on my hands because I don't want it to move whatever it is that I have on my face, my foundation. So I just put it on with my finger, so the warmth of my finger should sort of melt it into my skin. And we're now gonna go on to highlighting, which you guys know it's my favorite bit. Going back in with the Moscow Mule, using my Anastasia A23 brush. I love this rose gold highlight because it's not something that like I said, I don't have this color in my collection. What I have noticed from using it is if you swipe, like how I did previously on this cheek, the glitters sort of fall out. So you want to make sure you just tap the brush on instead, not like swiping. Because if you swipe, you get more fallout. Then finally, I did get my hands on the lip gloss. I am not normally a lip gloss person, to be honest, because I just feel with lip gloss, your hair gets stuck to it, and some of them might just become too, what's the word? Gets too sticky. So, but I just thought, let me try this one because I had some good reviews about it. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna line my lips first with MAC Chestnut. And we're gonna go in. And this lip gloss, I'm sure you've heard so many times, it smells like sweet. And I don't normally like sweet, but I love the smell of this one. And it's not as sticky as other lip gloss, like say the MAC lip gloss. It's not as sticky as that. I think it's just like an overall very moisturizing. For days where you don't want to do too much, you're just suffering from cracked lips, and you just need that extra moisture. I think it does the job. I like it. This is the finished look. As you guys know, it's not complete without the hair on. So I put my hair on, and then I will come back and give you my final thoughts on the Fenty Beauty line. So I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm back. Products that I favor most out of all the items that I picked up, I would say is the foundation. Definitely. If you want to get anything from this line, I would definitely advise the foundation. However, you need to be very sure about your shade before you pick it up. Obviously, if you, my American friends, I know Sephora does, take back, they do returns. But if you get the wrong shade, I'm not sure if Harry Nichols does that in the UK. I might be wrong, but I gambled on this by not going in to get matched, but I actually feel like I did a good job matching myself, just purely based on watching videos. So as you can see, when I first applied it, it was much lighter, and then gradually the color started to change. So I say definitely get your hands on the foundation. I like the foundation a lot. The coverage is medium, but I guess you can build it up if you want. I love the way the finish, and from testing it out for the last 3 days, it kept my oils were at base. I would say the primer probably helped, but I would say the primer is not absolutely necessary. If you've got other primers that work for you, you might as well stick to that. But the primer did help me to keep my T-zone matte for longer. I didn't have to blot as much as I thought I would. So the primer did do a good job. So I would say, if you don't have a good primer, then pick up a primer. It's a bit pricey. I think it actually cost, I believe it's £24. So I'm sure there are like less expensive primers on the market that you might want to choose instead of that. So I'd say definitely the foundation is a yes for me. The foundation sponge I like, however, I only like it to apply the foundation because I love the flatness of it. But as you can see from the video, I preferred my beauty blender for under the eyes. So is it an absolute must to get the sponge? I'd say no. If you already have a beauty blender or another blender that works for you, then I'd say just stick to that. So that's that on the blender. Matchsticks trio. I didn't even mention that they were magnetic. Yeah, which I'm sure you know because you've watched a million videos, so you already know that. But I do like that. It's very cute. So I like that. Knowing what I know now from testing out the matchstick, what's it called? The matchsticks trio. Would I buy it again? Would I recommend it? No. And the reason I said that is testing out the concealer on its own for under my eyes, it decreased on me. Definitely decreased. After about 4 hours, I saw cracks. I mean, I normally have cracks anyway, but I saw more cracks more towards the right there instead of like the top bit of my eye where you normally have sort of like creases. But I saw more creases sort of develop using the cream concealer, so I would not use that going forward on its own. I would mix it like I did with either my Tide Shape Tape or the concealer. Well, for me it would be the MAC Pro Longwear because I know that it's like foolproof, it does not move. So on its own, no. Do you need this? Probably not. If you already have a cream contour, then I wouldn't say that this is absolutely necessary because like I said, the concealer decreased on me. And I do like the cream highlight. It's a good base before you put your actual powder highlight on. But I don't think it's absolutely necessary to get this, especially because the trio costs £46. I guess you can get it individually. I think it's about £21. Is it 21? Yeah, £21 individually, but as a trio, £46. So it does make sense to get the trio because you're only getting the third one for just an extra £4. But I wouldn't say this is absolutely necessary. You can pass on this one. The gloss. I like it. I like it. And most of the glosses that I have, because I don't wear glosses regularly, are very sticky. So I do like this because it's not as sticky as other glosses. So for days where you want that no makeup look, you just want to quick run to the supermarket, then I would say yes, get this. But if you already have a gloss that works for you, then no, then it's not absolutely necessary. And lastly, the highlighter, absolutely, I would say yes. If you're drawn more to like rose gold highlighters, then I would say go for it. I don't have anything like this in my collection. Most of the highlighters that I have are gold based highlighters, so I love this. I love the way it looks like, you know, with the cinnamon cream highlighter as a base, and even on its own it looks amazing. As you can see, also I used it as my eyeshadow, so I'd say definitely my number, if I had to do my top 3 picks, I would say it's the foundation, definitely, the highlighter for sure, and the lip gloss. I would say those are my top 3 picks out of the whole Fenty Beauty line. So yeah, you're wondering why I didn't pick up Trophy Wife? And the reason why is I love a good glow at the best of times. You guys know that I like to beam for the gods. However, Trophy Wife was just not the kind of yellow gold highlighter that I normally tend to wear. From what I've seen, although I didn't swatch it live because I didn't go to the store to pick it up, but from looking at reviews, the glitters and the glitters on the highlighter just seems too chunky for my liking, and the shade of the gold as well was just too yellow for my liking. It's not the kind of highlighter that I would think that I would like, so that's why I didn't pick that up. But I definitely love this one. I love the rose gold one, the Moscow Mule and the ginger Binge. I didn't actually tell you what the name of the highlighter was. The Killawatt Freestyle highlighter duo. So yeah, that's what it's officially called. Yeah, so I definitely love this rose gold one much better than I would think I would love the Trophy Wife. So that's why I didn't pick up the Trophy Wife. So yeah, that's my take on the Fenty Beauty line. I feel for someone who just came out with their own beauty product line, I feel like Rihanna did an amazing job. Thumbs up for the collection so far. She did great. So yeah, so those were the products that I would say that I loved, that I would definitely see myself wearing over and over again, and those are the ones that I would recommend if you're still not sure. For reference, actually, my color in MAC is NW45 in their liquid foundation, Studio Fix foundation. For their Studio Fix powder foundation, I wear NW43. I will leave all that information in the description box just in case. And I think that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you're still on the fence, I'm not sure what to pick out from the collection, I hope this helped you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Come be part of the family. Would love to have you. And yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I will catch you guys in another video soon. Take care, guys. Bye.